I'm wearing a red t-shirt tonight, which I don't often do, so I might go invisible against the red curtain at the background, so look out for the moves quite carefully. Begin with the heels touching. Take the awareness to the soles of the feet. Ensure the whole flat of the foot is spread, spongy, and connected. From there, lift up the sternum. Lightly tuck the chin to open up the back of the neck. Let the chest widen and the back widen to drop the shoulders outwards. Soften the lower back. Feel the crown of the head, feel the base of the feet, everything in between softening. Any places you don't need to hold on. As you soften the muscles, you can reorganize and gently draw the body into a different shape. So what holds the body in one shape are the muscles. And as we soften the muscles, that gives a chance for spine and the rest of the muscles to change their alignment and organization. It's like when a boat in the Antarctic moves through the ice and the ice stops the boat moving through. When the ice melts and parts, the boat can find a channel through. And it's like when the muscles are holding, the body can't move, it gets constricted. And when the muscles soften, the whole frame of the body can change its shape. This is what we're looking for by softening the muscles. We're not just looking to relax, we're looking to relax in a way that enables us. So the question, when we soften the band of muscles around the lower back, what does that enable the pelvis to shift into? What shape, what movement to softening the muscles give the pelvis? When we soften the upper chest and the middle of the back, the fluidity of the muscles, the weight of the shoulder girdle, how does that change its organization and drop and connect? When we soften the muscles of the back of the neck, how does that rearrange? We hold our head over the feet. And the clue is when we stand up, we become very, very fluid. Opening up to shoulder width. And then sometimes doing an exercise like this one, where we open up and we release, can give a good range of movement. And ease out any holding patterns. And just one more. So when we open up, Weikijin, first loosening exercise, Weikijin talks about opening up like an umbrella. You push up the umbrella and the umbrella opens out. So this movement is an opening out, not a lifting up. You want the shoulders to be part of this movement, because if the umbrella lifts up the inside and opens out, this is going to include the shoulders. So this opening is because the shoulders move. push the elbow outwards and the hands follow. So there's a real sense of opening outwards with this one when we come up. And then when we turn and sink, there's a lowering. And this lowering or this sinking draws in, opening up, drawing in. And you can't have the opening up without the lifting of the handle on an umbrella. It's all connected. You can't just have the arms opening by themselves. You have to have the lifting up and the turning of the body. You can't just have the arms dropping by themselves. They have to be following the sinking through the body. So you focus on the lifting and the closing of the umbrella, the opening from the ground to the ground, from the ground to the ground, and how that plays through the body, right through to the tip of the fingers. Opening and releasing. Making sure you're lifting the whole time you're opening, and you're releasing, starts, continues the whole time you're closing. And it's not done with the forearms, because this keeps the shoulders static. It's done with the whole of the arm and what connects the arm into the body, the muscles that connect the arm into the body, not just the arm. So opening, drawing in, spiraling up and opening, releasing, drawing in and closing. Second exercise, please. Again, sinking like an umbrella. Coming up. Making sure the whole of the chest opens and the shoulders have room to move and change because the muscles change. Let the arms be long. Let the arms here be long. Don't hold on to the weight of the arm. Let the arm extend and be long. So it passes through its full length. The tips of the fingers, that arc that the tips of the fingers make is its full length. And then they float up. At the end, the elbows stay low and the forearms float up. Don't hold on to the arms here. Let them go long. This means the shoulders are released. Third loosening exercise. Some weight transfers to one side and then some weight transfers to the other side. It doesn't have to be 100% by any means, just some transfer of weight. With it, there's the turning, the folding of the hip joint. And as the weight comes to this leg, the opposite hand goes out. But first of all, just feel the waist turning smoothly, with some weight transferring from one side to another. Folding, folding, folding the hip, folding the hip. In order to get this in order to get this movement to be smooth, the muscles have to change. So that idea of ice parting so the ship can go through the ice, the muscles have to melt or change or loosen in order to allow the movement to take place. And that movement isn't just the physical movement of the turning, it's the organization, the release of the lower back, the tilting of the pelvis to stabilize you on this leg. You change whatever arrangement of the skeleton you need to make to give yourself buoyancy and stability. It's not just a smooth movement horizontally. It's also got a sinking element. And the sinking element has got a reorganization of the lower back and of the bowl of the pelvis. And this keeps the connection low and in the feet. And it means we're not floating over the feet, we're sinking to the feet through the legs. And the first thing is to stay soft in the abdomen, stay soft in the hip joints, stay soft in the lower back, and allow this process of turning and fluidly moving from one side to the other and passing the weight from one to the other to keep us grounded in transition. Then, when we get a nice feel for that movement, we start to bring the arms in. And while this is taking place, the arm goes out. So that the finish of the move, the finish of the turn, the finish of the sink arrives at the same time as the hand is at the top. Opposite leg, opposite hand. We don't want finish the turn, push the arm out. We don't want arm arrives, carry on turn. Together, one. Together. Try not to lose this fluid feeling of the movement of the hips. Just because you're thinking about your arm, try and hold the sensations of the fluid feeling of the hips turning in your awareness, sinking, melting of the muscles while the arm goes out. So your arm movements tying to your base. Base gives you the fundamental timing, and your arm movements fit in with that timing. What most people do is they will stop the movement and they will stop the sinking just before the final release needs to happen. Final release. And you want to recognize if you've stopped the sinking, if the movement across has got you to a relatively stable place, but you haven't fully released. That last little bit's important. It's difficult to work on, difficult part of the body to change, difficult habit, because just moving across gives us some stability. It's like a stability from the foot to the hip, but not a stability right through the whole core. We want to soften the whole core so the whole core is stable right through to the crown of the head. Fourth exercise. opening like an umbrella and releasing, making sure the shoulders part of that change, not just the forearms. This is the forearm moving with the shoulders staying still. This is the shoulders changing to draw the arm in. See how they're connecting. See how the shoulders connect to draw the arms in. And on the third one, hands open, release, fingers together. Sink down until the ankles are not locked. Just sink down as far as you can go till they're still soft in the ankle. And then before the ankles start getting tight, fold the hips. And slowly come. Softening the muscles allows the frame of the body to reorganize the lower back, the shoulders, the arms connected. Any holding in the body, you release. Allow the core to stabilize. There you are. Good. Find the middle point first. Find the place where the hips are organized. Shoulders and gaze is organized. You're not too low, the ankles aren't tight. The whole of both feet are on the ground. You feel nicely balanced. We're going to draw back. Stay on the same level. As we sink forwards, both legs support the falling body. Like we're pushing a ball under the water. We're creating a very light compression in the leg by the weight of the body falling into the legs. This is very different from lowering ourselves. When we lower ourselves, we don't release, we just take ourselves into a new position. With this movement of the fifth loosening exercise, we soften the muscles. We allow the weight of the body to press us into both legs. And we want to arrive in the center with ever so slightly more weight in the back leg than the front leg. So say 55 in the back, 45 in the front. So we're not going for an exactly 50-50 weight. We're going for slightly more in the back. And as we expand the back knee, that shifts. So we end up with 55 in the front and 45 in the back. We don't bring our center of gravity forward. We stay in the center and sink to the front leg. So the movement of changing the weight of the body to the front leg is very small. It's just like pouring. But if you imagine two balls pushed underwater, to let this one off. This one sinks, this one comes off. So my back leg is slightly compressed. If I stay in that condition, 55 on the back and 45 in the front, my back knee can't expand. If I move forwards, I can let the pressure in the back leg lift. Pressure lifts because it's been compressed. It's a release. It's not a push off. Okay? Get this into your thinking model of what we're doing. The push is not a contraction. You compress, you change your connection to the front leg so the back leg can decompress, which it will do if you take the force away from it. So say I push this ball down, when I take my top hand away, it releases. It's exactly the same. I'm turning my leg muscles in my legs into the same quality as the spring of a ball. The weight of the body pushes them into itself and onto the ground. So there's a pressure between my center and the ground. And as I roll that pressure into the front leg a little bit, the back can expand. So draw back, sink in, change the connection to the front leg so the back knee can expand. You want to make sure that you're no more than 55 in the front leg. Sink into the center, 55 in the back leg. Change that 10% to the front leg so the back leg can expand and stay connected to the ground. Don't lose your connection on the back leg. Don't come more than 55 into the front leg. And these numbers are approximate. It's more to get you an idea that there's a small shift front leg. Sit right back. The other side. Comfortable in the center. Draw back. Fall in. Take the tension away. Let yourself drift down and stabilize. Change to the front foot. Expand the back. Draw back. Fall in. Change to the front leg. Let the back leg expand. Sink in. Release. So, stages of learning what the legs do in the push, because this is basically what happens in the fall. We go into the center, and to issue the force forwards, the back leg releases, the weight stabilizes more in the front foot, the shoulders drop, and the hands go. This movement of the hands, the shoulders drop, and the forearm pushes out. So look at look at this movement. It's more of a this thing going on than a straight push. This movement. This coincides with what's happening in the legs. If the legs aren't changing, there's no force for the upper body to change. Same with the press. When we come into the center, the base is loaded. And when the back knee expands, shoulders drop, the wrists go out. When the shoulders drop, the elbow lifts and the wrists go out. Connected to what's happening here, not here. This is keeping the shoulders still and pushing the hand out. This is releasing the shoulder so the hand can go out. Change of muscles, the change of softening, allows a reorganization of the shoulder girdle. You'll feel this if you push into the wall. You'll feel where the tension in the body gets stuck and how you can change it, how you can direct it downwards. So what we want to try and find in the form is the accurate body condition that allows us to receive our body weight in the legs, so that rather than just becoming still and stopped, we can lightly touch the feet and expand from the base. It's like you touch the feet and expand. The weight of the body touches the feet and expands, or the compression in the body touches down and expands. It's not that we move into the center and get stuck so that we have to push, because the push is not a contraction. The push is a release of the compression. Let's do the movement of roll back, press, push, grasp flower's tail, draw back, finish the move, then turn. Make sure that turning is smooth. Make sure you don't turn yourself into a tight position. Make sure the turning occurs because you're softening your muscles. Make sure the turning doesn't destabilize or tighten your ankle or your foot. To only turn as far as you can and back, that you can maintain stability. Draw back, turn open, lift the arm, turn back, fold the arm, glide in, sinking, compress, 55 back leg, 45 front leg, wrists arrive, one fist from the body with the left on top of the right, this little arch here in the wrist on top of the right. Small expansion of the base because you transfer some connection to the front foot. Shoulders relax. Press. That movement of press, sometimes called squeeze, takes place while the base is changing. Draw back. Hands separate on the way in because you're softening. Compressed into the center, 55 in the back leg, change to the front leg, shoulders soften, force goes out to the hands. Draw back. Again. If you can understand the dynamic and the process of a move like this that we know very well, it's much, much easier to understand what goes on in other more complicated postures. Fold the head. Take some weight to the front foot so the back leg can expand. Square. As you sit back, stay facing straight. Move back along train lines. Don't move over your back foot. Move straight back. When you finish, your left hand turns palm over, one fist from the abdomen. That's the movement of the left hand. It drops to the abdomen. The right hand, we sit away from the wrist. The arm gets long, not because you push it forwards, but because you leave the wrist where it was and sit the body away. One smooth movement straight back, no turning. Then you turn. Finish the turn, the hands at the top, turn back, fold, square, all on the back leg, sink in, wrist touch as you're in the center. Change to the front leg, back leg expands, shoulders release. Press. Draw back in a straight line. Don't go over your back foot. By that I mean don't let your center line move across. Sit straight back. Move straight in. Arrive in the push position when you're in the center, and instead of shoving, look for how you shift a little bit of weight to the front leg to let that back compression come off. Relax the shoulders onto the force in the body. Let it come through to the hands. We're always looking to drop our body weight into the force that supports us. We're always looking to drop our body weight into the force that supports us from below, rather than tightening to support us, or rather than contracting to hold us in place. Like when we step, we might contract to hold our body weight. We're looking at dropping our body weight into the structure that supports us so that we can move with a relaxed quality rather than with a held quality. Let's go from the beginning of the form. The whole of the feet on the ground. Plucking up the chest, plucking up the crown of the head, opening the back of the neck, widening the chest, widening the lower back, softening the muscles to allow the frame to readjust. Both knees bend. Find how you can drop into the support on the right leg to lift the heel of the left. Settle. Use the legs to come up. The legs to release. Letting the weight press into the body. So, back leg, center, shoulders, toe. Into the center, load the base. Change the connection to the front leg, expand the back knee, shoulders drop, hands go. Into the center, find the structure of the posture. Soften to the front leg, allow the back leg to expand, turning the hips with this move. Draw back, stay square. Find the posture, find the end of the posture, beginning of the next one, turn over. Find the square, sink in. Change to the front leg a little bit, expand from the base, press. Stay square, draw back. Sink as you move in. Change to the front leg, allow the back knee to expand. Push. Single way. Into the center. Let your body weight be received by your legs. Change connection to the front leg, expand the back leg, drop the shoulders out to the hands. Move on to the left. Lift out. into the center, back knee expand, turning, move on to the front leg. Hands level, then turn. Turn back, fold. Find the center. Change to the front leg, expand the back, drop the shoulders. Back. Move on to the left. Lift. Turn. Keep turning. Keep turning. Keep turning. Step left. Turn back. Into the center, sinking. Expand the back knee. Punch. Into the center. Expand back knee. Cross hands. Over to you, really, if there's anything in that you want to um, check in with about your own practice, or I was just going into the issuing force a little bit more detail. Just wondered if that fits with what you do or your understanding. If not, we should carry on with the form, if there is anything.
Not a question, Luke, just an observation. I'm finding it an interesting shift, the idea of shifting the weight to the front leg and allowing the back leg to expand.
Yeah.
Yeah, feels like a good step forward in my practice personally. Just the idea of that slight shift in emphasis, making the whole thing lighter, basically.
Yeah. For a long time, it's really important to make sure that the force that we issue through comes from the ground. So for a long time, what we focus on is adding a tiny bit of force with the back leg, just to make sure there's a really strong sensation in the back leg, a sensation of the foot against the ground, movement in the knee, and something going on the back leg. Right? So you want to associate when your mind decides to issue, there's lots of things to have to organize. If you've got the habit of the back leg doing something, you don't have to think about it too much anymore. So once you've got the habit of feeling the sensations in the back leg and noticing there's something going on in the back leg, you've got much more brain power to look at what the lower back's doing, look at where the shifting the weight to the front leg, look at how the shoulders move. If you try and do all those things at the same time, you'd be completely overwhelmed. So a number of years of really getting the back leg strong, connected, and feel like as you issue, something's going on down below, rather than it coming from this. Then, once we get a much more fluid sense of the body and how it's balancing in the skeleton, we can let the buoyancy come through. And it should feel a lot lighter. Especially if you've managed to get a good compression into the leg muscles, that needs to go somewhere. So there's also then the next stage of that will be don't stop in the middle. So you have to arrive in the middle in a pretty much organized condition so that you don't then have to do something because it's a release. If you can arrive in the middle, transfer some weight to the front, the back should release by itself. And we get rid of that habit then of doing something with the back leg. So you do it wrong for a number of years in order to do it right later. That's where you learn with the martial arts. Or I should say a simplified version. Right. So I'm putting much more emphasis now on transferring from 55 in the back to 55 in the front. Okay, should we carry on with the form? Front cross hands. Before we begin, make sure both feet full on the ground, outside edge connected, which means the thighs have to change, the lower back has to open to engage the outer edge of the feet and to support the weight of the body through the sides of the legs as much as through the middle of the leg. Up in the sternum, open in the back of the neck, spiraling to the right, spiraling up, across to the left. Keep turning the body. Keep turning the body into the center. Load up the legs. Small expansion of the back knees. You shift the connection to the front leg, which enables the hips to turn very similar to ward off right. Roll back. Square. Load up the legs. Release the legs. Load up the legs. Release the legs. Single whip to 10:30. Down, punch under elbow, all the way to 100% in the right. Open. Turn back square to 9 o'clock. Step, sit straight. Finish one move is the beginning of the next move. Find the posture you need to start the next move. Open. Turn back. Step, sit straight back. Find the end of one posture, the beginning of the next. Turn open. Turn back. Step, sit straight back. The end of one move is the beginning of the next. Diagonal flying. Waving hands like clouds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the 7th one, turn open the left foot, walk onto the left foot. 100% on the left foot, turn back. Swing through to the front 12 o'clock into the center, load both legs, expand back knee. Single whip. Facing 9 o'clock. Snake creeps down. Golden rooster stands on left. Golden rooster stands on right. Sit back. Facing 10:30 all the weight in the left leg. Left hand on the left hip. Right hand push position, no weight in the right foot. Facing 10:30 with an separate right foot to 10:30. Walk with the right foot, place it to 9 o'clock, walk onto it. Facing 7:30, lift the hands, turn open. Separate left foot to 7:30. Step behind with the left, quickly back onto the right, kick with heel, facing the heel, 3 o'clock. Brush left knee twister, into the center, load both legs, transfer connection to the front to the back and expand, draw back. Into the center, expand, sit back, into the center, lean and punch. Draw back, come upright, release the fist, turn. Open the left foot, move on to the left, ward off right, roll back. Press, push, single whip. Carry on with the whole of the form. 4 corners, draw back. First corner, 1:30. Second corner, right foot forwards, 10:30. Third corner, left foot forwards, 7:30. Last corner, 4:30, right foot forwards. Sit back, turn, ward off left. Ward off right. Press, push, single whip. Take breathe there. Step up to 7 stars. Step back to right tiger. Turn to sweet lotus. Then bow, shoot tiger. Step forward, deflect downwards, intercept, and punch. Parent close. Cross hands. Close it. Well, I thought we'd go through the whole of the form because we haven't done it in a while, that last little bit. We'll go through that last section move by move, but next week is going to be our last one before the summer. So we'll probably get up to the beginning of four corners the next week, and then next term we can go through to the end of the form. Good. Any we've got 5 minutes to go. Anything in particular you'd like to look at or go over or revise, ask about? Okay. There's some button pushing going on there somewhere. Okay, let's go from have you got a question, Kath? Or something to say? I can't unmute you. I can only mute people, I can't unmute them. I don't know how that works. You see some button pushing going on. You're gonna have to leave it if you can't get in. Okay, let's go from the last couple of moves. I'll do them facing you so you can see. Brush left knee twister. Left foot forwards. I'm going to open up to the left side. So I sit back, turn open to the left. This hand stays in front of the center of the body. So when I turn, this hand is in front of the center of the body. As I come forwards, this hand drops and this hand lifts. Look, they're on the same level. This hand stays in front of the body, and as I come forward, it turns down. I always think of this like pushing something like a ball underwater, and at the same time, this one lifts, so they're on the same level. Then I step right, fold, and move into brush right knee twister. Have a look at the move. Sit back, turn to the left, move forward, push down the right hand, lift the left. I'm 100% on my front foot. Fold and step. Brush right knee, twist step. Do the same on the opposite side. Sit back. Turn to the corner. Now this is in front of the center. And I come forward. This one pushes down. This hand's different. Instead of lifting, it just pulls up like a handbrake from being long just to the top of the hip bone. So I sit back to the left, come forwards, brush right knee twist step, sit back to the right, pull up a fist as the left hand pushes down, step left, move into the center. Once I'm in the center, lean from the hips and punch. This movement is not from the upper body, it's from the hips. Come into the center, lean, keep a straight back and punch. The punch is parallel to the ground and straight forward. It's not on the center line, it's straight forward. So it's coming out like this. Try and not have your head tipped up. Try and keep your head in line with your spine and just look above the top of the eyebrows. So you kind of like, you don't have to lift your head up to see. You just keep your eyes up in that position. Just do that together. From brush left knee twister. Left foot forwards. Sit back. Turn open to the left. You should be looking into your right palm on the center line of the body. Move forwards, the palm turns palm down. Fold. You're facing the corner square. Brush right knee twister. Sit back. Turn to the corner. You should be looking into the left palm. Move to the corner. Left hand turns palm down. Pull up the handbrake. Step right. Step left. move in, lean, and punch. Can I have a look at that, please? From brush left knee twister. Good, good. This movement here of the hand, it's just a small turning over. It's not a big movement there. It's just it faces you, the palm faces you, and then it's like you push something. It's like you go from being just on top. Your face, your palm's facing you. Now your thumb is facing you, and your palm's flat. So when you go, when you open up here to the side, your palm's facing you. When you come forwards, the hand rolls over. As the opposite hand lifts, then you fold together and step. That's one move. Then you move in and brush left knee twist, right knee twister. Then you sit back, and again your palms facing you as you move forward and pull on the handbrake. Just a little turn over here. Then as you step, you fold, move in, and punch away. Good. Okay, one more time, please. Yeah, good. When you punch, try and look forwards, even though your head's down. Try and keep your eyes up and look forwards, so you don't end up just kind of dropping your gaze. Yeah, good. Okay, great. Very good. In that case, I think we'll leave it there for tonight. I'll send you the recording, and yeah, next week is our last one before the summer break. So if there's anything, if you go through the form, if there's anything you want to look at before the summer break, let me know, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, keep well.